Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm sorry today. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Zebec. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I did that intro like that on purpose. I know sometimes people get mad the way I say gentlemen, right? Because I say it very quickly sometimes. They're like, gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Put your tomatoes down. I'm joking. Okay? Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only beloved Zebec Network, okay? Look, people were having questions, right? Uphold Inc. just wondering why there's nothing about Zebec. Just found this Uphold ad, right? Because this is what people were talking about, that pretty much this was like the only kind of ad that was playing during the game. And some people were concerned a little bit, but we can see from Uphold Inc., they have officially said, we will have Uphold ads and Uphold X Zebec ads at various NHL and NBA arenas throughout the end of the year. Keep an eye out for more Uphold X Zebec jerseys giveaways. So, there are the giveaways that are happening. Plus, there won't be anything directly with just Zebec, right? If there's going to be Zebec mention, it's going to be Uphold and Zebec, right? Which is probably going to be what? The Atlanta Hawk jersey, which also means it's going to be something at the arena, right? Probably at the arena. We'll see. But whatever is going to be Zebec related in terms of advertisement will have Uphold, right? They just said it clear as day like that. So hopefully, if there is any confusion or there needs to be extra clarification, hopefully this did clear some stuff up. Listen, shout out to Zebec, man, once again, dropping the bombs. We can see Zebec plus Ripple just broke the internet of value. How Zebec turns XRPL into a real-time money streaming machine and why this is bigger than Solana's DeFi run. Deep dive bullets. Zebec Network dropped native on XRPL, not a bridge. Zebec equals streaming engine on XRPL, right? Stake 10 to 15% APY from XRP liquidity. Governance vote on hooks for payroll automation. Fees burned in Zebec on every dip. Ripple ODL plus Zebec streams equal fire. USD to XRP instant, right? XRP to continuous micropayments. Recipient to real-time via MasterCard, real-time fiat via MasterCard. Uphold bombs. Hold 50K XRP to 100K Zebec airdrop pool. 6% cashback on US deposits. 4% XRP, 1% Zebec, and 1% bonus up to $550 per month. The ISO 20022 compliance, Q4 2025, Zebec plus RippleNet equals bank grade streaming, right? B of A processing RLUSD payroll, Circle USDC. Zebec tokenomics on steroids, 93 billion circulating, final unlocks March 2026. Every stream burns Zebec. XRP liquidity, 30 billion plus XRP pool. Which, by the way, if you guys are not familiar, right, when cryptos and things get burned, they're pretty much permanently gone. So, obviously each crypto has not each crypto, but the cryptos that do burn their tokens and etc. They pretty much, in a way, they rise. They make the floor of the value rise. Because think about it, if there was like hypothetically, just do something simple, if there was only 100 Zebec and then 5 got burnt, right? Then there's 95 Zebec left, which means obviously, the value goes up because now there's all of a sudden less supply, right? So I guess I use a very inaccurate example, but just so it's basic, right? Just so it's a basic one that people can understand very, very easily, right? So every time Zebec gets burned, the value indirectly goes up due to the lower supply. Price action, right? May 2025, it was at 0.0014. June, all-time high at 0.007, 500+% gains, now at 0.0037. Targets 0.009 short-term, $1 plus on adoption. Lightspeed Ventures owns both. Early Ripple investor led Zebec's 35 million round, pushing custody grade Zebec for institutions. The vision: XRPL equals settlement layer, Zebec equals programmable cash flow, ZBCN equals governance plus yield. That equals the Netflix of money. 50 trillion payroll market. Zebec wants 1 to 2%, $10 to $15 Zebec at current supply. So we can see, right? This is the 5+ new chains, plus 18 chains and counting, right? We have this, etc. So this was broken down a little bit. So shout out to Zebec Man once again for, carrying us, plus of course other people as well. So shout out to everyone. Love you guys so much. This community actually is super active on Twitter. So if you don't have Twitter and you want to be getting more Zebec, news and just be in the community, highly recommend joining Twitter just for this reason alone. Listen, boom, we have some news that we need to talk about. The Zebec Carbon Card keeps expanding its global coverage. We've doubled our USD card coverage, adding new supported countries across Europe, Asia, Africa, and beyond. Expanded access goes live Monday. New currency options coming soon. So we can see Zebec Carbon Card available in 38 new countries starting November 17th. So pretty much a couple days from now, 38 new countries, 38 new countries, boys and girls. That's what I'm saying. Zebec is going global. Zebec is going worldwide. And this isn't even like the big main point of Zebec, right? Because these are the Zebec cards. But when we actually are going to be in the ecosystem with all the other cryptos like XRP, XLM, HBAR, and all of those, right? And crypto is going to be like the main thing, and it's going to be worldwide. That's when we're going to have the real global takeover. This is still amazing. Don't get me wrong. This is amazing. All right, but when the time does come, when things do line up for Zebec, things are going to look very nice. Now listen, where we have this to break down. So we're going to be listening to this, and then we will be pretty much breaking it down. In our community check-in, Simon broke down why today's M&A wave is a signal, not a threat. Institutions are integrating with existing rails, the same playbook behind Zebec's early acquisitions of PayBridge and SBS, a signal that the industry is moving toward the model Zebec's been executing from the start. So let's listen to this. Hopefully it does not get copyrighted or anything. So let's listen to this.
One thing that stands out right now is how aggressively institutions are entering the crypto space. We've seen major moves from Coinbase acquiring BVNK. We've got MasterCard acquiring Zero Hash. BlackRock continuing just to expand its presence across the space. How do you interpret this phase then? Is it competition for Zebec, or is it actually a signal that the market is maturing and moving closer to what you guys have been building all along?
And it's definitely the latter. The recent M&A activity that we've been seeing in the space has been a validation of our thesis in so many different ways. This is not competition, rather it's confirmation. The same institutions that people once doubted are now validating blockchain's core thesis. As we've seen through this recent spree of acquisitions, when Wall Street starts building, they don't reinvent the wheel. Rather, they integrate with existing rails. This is exactly the same strategy that Zebec has pursued years before anyone else in the game was even doing it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So literally, Zebec is pretty much the foundation of this, right? Zebec has been executing this from the start. And like Simon said, this is not competition, right? This is not competition. We know where we stand. We know how great Zebec is. And this is welcomed, right? This is welcome. The fact that other cryptos, institutions, and etc. are all getting involved. This is great, right? This is only more exposure. This is going to change everything. This is going to change everything. And I cannot wait for the day when things really start going our way and everybody that was clowning on crypto, not even Zebec, but just crypto itself, they're going to be like, what? Crypto's the real deal? I thought this was a scam. Just think about it. So many people just overlook crypto. They just think it's a scam and that's it. Like nothing else goes through their brain. That's it. They just think crypto equals scam. That's it. No research, no nothing. Maybe they bought once when it was super high. Their money went down like 2 months later. Scam, right? Scam. Think about it in general, how the world operates. Everyone claims they're an expert on everything, and yet none of us can agree on anything. And common sense is out the window nowadays. And there's a lot of, people clashing heads and everything in very simple topics, very simple topics. And if you just had common sense, or you went after the truth, you would realize, hey, this is actually not that complicated. Everyone should be agreeing. But, It's not how the world operates. It's not how the world operates. But listen, how I do know the world operates is it bandwagons a lot. Okay. And when the institutions, when the mainstream media is going to be like, hey, buy crypto, 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 people might be hesitant at first. But then when they realize, hey, multiple countries are in this, it's on the news consistently, crypto keeps going up consistently, what is happening? Fear of missing out happens once again. And all of the people are going to bandwagon once again. And you know who's going to get rewarded? All the people that were following the institutions, all the people that were actually putting in the time and effort and looking at cryptos like Zebec, right? Zebec is going to go absolutely nuclear this cycle. The institutions are preparing, positions. We've seen with Coinbase, we've seen with Binance, we've seen with other big institutions buying into Zebec and etc. And we know there's going to be a global takeover sooner than later. So shout out Simon, shout out Simon. Now, this is the final thing I do want to talk about. This did happen like roughly, 2 to 3 weeks ago, but it's something I didn't cover, right? From Zebec Cards. We're thrilled to join Unity's redemption marketplace, bringing Zebec real world utility. Soon we'll also be delivering the custom Unity MasterCard for seamless reward spending. Check them out. MN Token. So just another collaboration, just another small victory for Zebec. We will go into the basics. We can see we rank 139 out of 9,277 active cryptos. We can see that we are kind of down almost 5% on the day. In the week, we are roughly up 1%. In the month, we are down average of 20%. 317 million market cap, 15 million volume in the last 24 hours. When we go to the holders, we can see new holder records. So amazing, amazing, amazing. I am not surprised people are jumping in on Zebec, despite the markets kind of being iffy over the last little bit. And yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking great. Overall, I'm super, super excited to see how Zebec ends up doing over the next couple of months, even over the next 1 to 2 to 3 years. And to be honest, I'm super, super ready. That is ultimately it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.